Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Life of Barney. And today, I'm going to show you how to grill chicken on your Weber Smokey Mountain. First things first, get your Weber Smokey Mountain set up for grilling. If you don't know how, I will leave a link in the description that'll take you to the video where I show you how to set it up. I've just got my heating element going. This is going to be another 10 minutes to get up to temp. And when it's ready, I'll come back out here with the chicken and we'll get started. I'll see you in a little bit. We're up to temp. Time to throw the chicken on. Before I do, there's something you guys should know when you're going to be grilling meats that maybe you're a little more comfortable doing in the oven. Don't forget, your barbecue should have a thermometer on it. So right now I'm sitting at about 450. Normally, if I'm going to roast chicken breast in the oven at about 400, it's going to take 20 to 25 minutes. Well, at 450, on the indirect heat side, and you'll see I got it set up here in a moment, it'll probably take 20 minutes or less. Something to keep in mind when you're tracking how much time it's going to take compared to maybe some vegetables that are roasting or anything else you might have to do in the house that's not going to be on the barbecue. Holly whipped up a great marinade. These have been marinating overnight. It was some homemade chicken stock, olive oil, white wine vinegar, salt, pepper, garlic, little paprika, and some ground ginger. I think it's going to be awesome. Let's get these bad boys on. I also want to say it's pretty awesome that, Holly makes this stuff from what we have around the house, because I can't have anything with soy products in it, and almost every marinade you're going to find online, they don't call for soy sauce for that, that savory or the umami salt factor. I can't have them, so I rely on my awesome wife to come up with some creative solutions. I don't know if you guys can see inside. Why don't you come in here and take a look? I've got all the charcoal pushed to one side. And the reason I do this is because now I've got a hot side where the heat is, and I've got an indirect heat or cool side. And what I'll do is I'll distribute them throughout the indirect heat side, and I'll rotate the ones that are closest to the heat with the ones that are furthest away so that they all start cooking evenly. Here's a little health and safety tip for the folks at home. If you're not familiar, which you should be if you're cooking chicken, you don't want to get any trace of raw chicken on your hands or your cooking utensils that you might need. It's fine to use them to get them on the grill. After I flip these once and the outside reaches the temperature it needs to kill off the bacteria, I'm actually going to go wash these and start fresh, or I might just grab one of the clean sets inside so that I'm not contaminating the cooked outside of the chicken with raw goobies from the tongs that touched the raw chicken. Safety first. It's only been about a minute, maybe 2-ish minutes that they've been on there. Again, they're on the indirect heat side, but you do need to flip them to get that nice little bit of char on the other side. These are looking really good. Last but not least, when you're moving meat around on the grill, if you have the space, try to make sure they're not touching each other. The sides that touch each other are going to cook far slower than the rest of it. I'll lid this, check back with you in a few minutes. Holding just over 425. Ooh, they smell good. Don't forget, your thicker pieces will take longer to cook than the thin ones. I moved the chicken a little closer to the hot side. A couple of them are directly over the coals right now. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'm a beginner at barbecue. I do the research, I learn how to do it from what I can read, and then I see if I can put it into practice. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it hasn't worked out. But one of the things I wanted to say were a few tips about grilling chicken on the barbecue. Chicken dries out very easily, so you do have to be very careful about overcooking it. It's a very fine line between nice and juicy and bone dry. And there's nothing worse than a dry piece of chicken. That's why in this video you're seeing me, I'm checking on it regularly. I'm still learning, I'm still finding that comfort zone. And it's okay if you have to do that too. I know everyone says, don't take the lid off, don't take the lid off, don't look. Sometimes you have to if you're trying to learn. You don't want, it's better to check multiple times than to not check at all and ruin it. And until you get to that pro level, you do what you have to do, and that's okay. Another thing, you know, I always like throwing either wood chunks or smoker chips, wood chips, on the Weber Smokey Mountain. I didn't in this particular case, but for those of you that would like to, use a sweeter wood when you're doing chicken recipes. The stronger woods like the hickory or mesquite, they don't go well with the lighter meats like chicken or pork. Also, when you're grilling, don't use wood chunks, use wood chips. The smaller chips will have a faster burn time, giving you a lot of smoke in the beginning, and then they die off. And you want that when you're grilling because something's not going to be grilled for several hours. It's only going to be on there 20, 30 minutes tops until it's done. If you throw the chunks, they're going to smoke the entire time, far longer than they should. And what happens with too much smoke? It gets a bitter flavor. Kind of ruins it a little bit. Keep that in mind when you're grilling too. I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. Coming up to the just about 15-minute mark, I'm going to take the temperature. They've been on here long enough. They should be getting close, or they might already be at temp. Let's take a look. Let's see here. He's over 160. That's good. He's over 160 as well. Perfect. All right, we're sitting around between the few pieces. We're sitting around 160 to 168. Time to get these off. I'll see you guys inside. Time for the moment of truth. Let's see how juicy they turned out. Come on in, look at this. Let's take this guy, he looks really nice. Move these out of the way here, folks. All right, oh, it smells really good. Awesome. And the true test. Flavor. Mm-hmm. Nice work on the Marinade Holly. Wow, that is delicious and juicy. You'll notice I don't really have many char marks. It's just, as I said outside, I'm still a little nervous. I'm still learning on the grilling side of things. If I had left them on each side a little longer, I probably would have developed that nice color, some nice grill marks, or a little bit of char. That's okay. Presentation makes up a big point, but you get more points for good flavor. And that is delicious. Folks, give the recipe a shot. Try out the marinade. Let me know what kind of chicken marinade you like to use down in the comment section below. If you're not subscribing, slap the subscribe button. I appreciate people showing their support. Hit the like button. Folks, I will see you next time, and don't tell my parents I was smoking in the backyard. Oh, veggies are ready. I gotta go. I'll see you next time. Scout, go get it.
There's a bee.